everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing this neutral, warmer, smoky eye with some cool liner on my lids. So let's get started. So I'm going to clip up my hair because I do not want my hair in my face. Ooh. Still trying to figure out how to handle my hair. Alright, so first I'm going to prime my skin because I'm not doing any really intense eyeshadow, so it's fine. And then I'll go in with my eyes after I'm done with my face. I'm using the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Concealer, primer from Colourpop. And I'm just going to get started. So I really do like how this stuff feels. If you have drier skin, this is going to be a really great option for you. Even if you have combination skin but you have a lot of dry patches, I still recommend this. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow in the shade 201. As you remember, I bought this in my Ulta haul and I'm really enjoying it so far. So I want to keep testing it out to make sure that it's a love, so I get used to the formula and everything. But so far, I really do like this stuff. Okay, I'm going to take my Sigma F80 to blend out my foundation. Lately, I've been using a brush ever since I got that new skincare to help me exfoliate my face. And it's been going on really nice with the brush, so I'm really into it right now. Now I'm going to go in with my concealer. I'm going to use two different ones today. One for under my eyes and one to spot conceal. Because I usually don't buy two shades of concealer, but this one is a little light for me. So I'm going to use it to highlight underneath my eyes, and then I'll spot conceal with the Maybelline Fit Me. By the way, this is in the shade Fair 07C. This concealer is pretty intense. And by the way, the brush I'm using to help blend out my concealer is the JH08. I move it around with my finger, pat it in, and then I'll go in with the brush to really blend it into my skin. This is a really nice brush. The one she made it for like cream contour and stuff like that, but I like it for this. I probably will use it to cream contour when I do get into cream contour, but for now, this is great. Yeah. Oh, maybe it's not too late for me. Maybe I haven't been blending it out enough. Oops. Alright. Now, I'm going to spot conceal with Maybelline Fit Me. Going with the same brush to spot conceal. This stuff is really good. I really like the Maybelline Fit Me as well. I have a feeling I'm going to continue to like the Pretty Fresh concealer. It does a nice job doing what I want it to do, which is like conceal my under eyes, but not get cakey. Or, what's the word? Going into my under eye wrinkles. But yeah, so this is what my foundation looks like right now. Oh, I forgot to blend in this, but I love it. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a favorite for me in the foundation department. So now I'm going to set my under eye concealer with the Lasting Fix powder from Maybelline. Looks like this. It's just their translucent powder. I'm gonna take this brush, it's the JH07, and like set my eyes with this, my under eyes. Now I'm gonna take my powder brush and set my face with the Revlon Colorstay powder in the shade Fair. This is the JH01. I could have used more concealer on my zits over here, but I like the fact that you can see my skin through my foundation and it doesn't look like too full coverage. That's definitely how I like my foundation, but use as full of a coverage as foundation as you want. Even with full coverage foundations, I use very little so I can still see my skin. Alright. Now, since that is done, I'll contour with the e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzing Palette. Alright, and now I'm going to bronze with the City Bronzer from Maybelline in the shade 200. Alright, I'm going to apply my blush, which is going to be the same color, which is going to be the blush from this palette. I like this palette. It's just a little bit of a drier formula. It's not like as pigmented or buttery as I would like, but it's still a really, really pretty blush and contour. Yeah, I really like this this contour shade because you can build it up. You don't have to worry about it being too pigmented, too dark as soon as you apply it, which is nice because I can sometimes I can sometimes be heavy-handed with my blush, my bronzer and my contour. So this is nice. And then I add the color back to my skin with my bronzer. Forgot to bronze my neck. Alright. Now I'm gonna go in with my eye primer. It's gonna be the Behind the Scenes primer from Lorac. Actually, I'm going to spray my face first. Okay, just wanted my powder to melt into my skin more. Alright. And now I'll go with my eye primer. Alright, and I'm going to set my eyes with the same powder, the semi-lids with the Lasting Fix from Maybelline. Alright. I'm going to do my brows before I forget, because I will. A really light brow is exactly what I like to do. I see people with these really bold brows and they look good on them. I just don't think it'll look good on me. Honestly, in my opinion, people look good with whatever they choose to do. Like, I'm not really a judgy like that. If you love bold brows, then they look good on you. You know what I'm saying? It's all about what you think looks the best on your face, and then you do that. That's how I see it. I'm going to go with the Make Me Brow from Essence to define the front of my brow just a little bit more, and then make sure I didn't miss any areas in the actual brow. I've said before that I think this product is great for kids that are in high school, because it's really easy, and you could just fill in, like, use this on your brows to kind of look like you filled in the sparse edges, but you didn't. You just use a brow gel. So I really like this stuff. And now I'm going to go in with my eyeshadow. So for the look I have in mind, I'm going to be using the NYX Ultimate Brights palette and the Morphe 9D palette. It doesn't say the actual name. Yeah, it's the Painted Desert palette. So I'm going to be going in with these. I'm going to start off with this peachy shade right over here. Sorry, I'm blinding you. Get it together, Katie. This peachy shade right over here. And I'm going to go in with the JH32. I hope this palette's good, because I went like back and forth on buying it or not. So I really hope I like it. It's blending out really nice. So I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed, because, you know, I spent money on it. I want to like it. Okay, now that I have that on, I'm going to use some translucent powder on the corners of my eyes, because I want a sharper look. All right, and I'm gonna go in with a teensy bit of this on another brush. So I'm gonna take I'm going to take this brush, it's the JH34, and I'm going to go in with that brown, just a little bit, not too much. Just to define my crease a teensy bit. Yeah, I really did not want too much of this shade. I want it as nice and subtle as possible. These shadows are really pigmented, so you need to tap off the excess, just forewarning. Yeah, like that. And then you just keep blending it until it looks the way that you want it to, with like windshield wiper and circular motions. All right, now I'm going to take a, this is the JH35. It kind of looks like the M433. And I'm gonna take this shade. No, I'm not. I think I'm done with this palette for now. And I'm gonna go in with the Ultimate Brights palette from NYX. And I'm gonna take a mixture of this yellow and this. It's like a mustardy yellow, like maybe a burnt canary yellow. That makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna mix those two together, and then I'm gonna kind of blend it in here to give it like a different look. I love yellows, I really do. Yeah, like that. That's really pretty. Okay. Yeah, it kind of looks like mustardy right now, and I'm all in it. Like maybe like a baby puke. All right, and now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the darker brown from the Morphe palette on my pointy brush, if I can find it. Oh no. It's right here, the JH40. It's perfect for defining the outer corner of your eye because it's pointy, so you can like flick it. So I'm gonna do that. By the way, it is called Overlook. All right. Take some of this, really tap it off, and put it on the corner of my eye and flick it up a little bit so it looks more defined, but it's like not too much of a cat eye, if that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing. Yeah, something really pretty like that. Yeah, I really like this. Okay. I'm just gonna go a little closer to make sure everything looks the way that I want it to. All right. Yeah, that's good. All right, and I'm gonna take a mixture of this color from the Morphe palette. It's called Panoramic. And then I'm gonna also mix the two yellows together that I was using before. And I'm gonna take a pretty fluffy brush. It looks like this, and it is called the JH30. So I'm just gonna start mixing. Really tap off, and then I'm gonna kind of go on top to really get the yellow in my look, but not really ruin anything that I did, if that makes sense. Yeah, like that. Really pretty. Okay, I need one of those handheld mirrors. So now I'm gonna go in with this dark brown, and I'm gonna do it on a flat definer brush, which is the JH43. Okay. I'm gonna go on my lower lash line really tightly. All right, like that. And then I'm going to blend it out with a pencil brush. I'm still deciding what I want to put on my lid, like on my inner corner. So I'm going to do my lower lash line first. That's the wrong brush. I'm going to go in with the JH39. And I'm going to take... I'm going to take my bronzer and I'm going to blend it out a teensy bit. And then I'll go in with some yellows. But I wanted something really neutral to blend this out, and they don't have a shade like that in the Morphe palette, so in this particular Morphe palette. So I'm just going to take some bronzer, which is always a great thing to do if you're in a pinch and like you don't want to go grab another palette, but you want a neutral tone brown or like whatever shade your bronzer is, just grab that. And then I'm going to go in with some of the yellows from the NYX palette. Just mix those together, tap tap, and then apply to the lower lash line. All right, and then do the same thing on this eye. So it's gonna look like this, really nice, and like it's a warm, smoky eye, but it has something different with the yellows in it. I might do a flick in the front. That sounds really fun. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of a flick. So I'm gonna take the flat definer brush, and then I'm just gonna make my flick. So like that. Ooh, yes. This is exactly what my look needed. All right, so I'm gonna do my flick. All right, and then I'm gonna blend with the JH40 just a teensy bit to really make sure that the flick doesn't look too harsh for right now. I'm gonna use another shade on it in a second. All right, I'm gonna take the brush I use for my eyeliner and a little bit more of that black shade, brown shade. And I'm gonna use this palette and I'm gonna draw it on better. Yeah, just like that. And then I'm gonna take a teeny bit of the yellow in the Morphe palette. I don't want to go too bold. That's the wrong color. I picked up the brown instead. But yeah, I'm gonna take some of that. It's more of like an orangey mustard color in this palette, and this one is more of like a burnt mustard. Yeah, so it's gonna blend it a little bit so it's not too harsh, but you still see the flick, if that makes sense. Yeah, so blend, blend, blend. So then your final look, your lower lash line will end up looking like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take some highlighter, and I'm gonna take this brush. It's the JH42, and I'm gonna put that where the flick comes out so it can really shine. Because that's what you want. You want this flick to really shine through. So you're gonna put it in your inner corner just so you can really see it. And it looks really defined. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that until I get the highlight to the intensity that I want it. Because you really want it to glow. You really want your flick to shine through so it looks exactly, see? Yeah. Now I'm going to take the same brush, just wipe it off a little bit, and I'm going to take this shade from the Morphe palette. It's the shade Awestruck, and I'm going to put that on my lid. Yeah. I'm going to take it on my finger. Okay, I'm actually gonna pick this up on my brush and spray it with a little bit of my setting spray to really make it like pop. Okay, and then I'm gonna put it on my lid to really make it metallic and beautiful. Yeah, and I'm gonna put the brush in it a little bit more. Again, I'm gonna spray it, and then I'm gonna pat. This is really pretty. I really like this look. All right, now I'm going to do my wing. If you hear that, my dog is drinking in the background. Okay, so my wings look like this, and I'm gonna add some detailing. I'm gonna take my brush and I'm gonna add a little bit of an extra flick on the bottom. All right, I'm gonna try and do this on camera. All right, so I'm gonna take it and connect it to the bottom of my wing. Like that. Might be too light for you to see, but I'm gonna make sure my brush is really damp. All right, and I'm gonna again draw. And it'll be like a little triangle. Like that. Yeah, just like that. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. Hi, Brownie. So yeah, it'll look exactly like that. And then we're gonna add some dots to it too, but I just wanna get the wing down. Okay, so one side looks like this and the other looks like this. I really like this. Okay. So now you're gonna make the dots in between the two wings. Yeah, so you're gonna make the dots in between the two wings. Actually, I'm gonna make this wing a little longer. Yeah, a little longer so you can really see. And you're going to make the dots. This is cool. I'm gonna add some dots right underneath the front of my brow as well. And I'm gonna highlight with the same one. I don't know why I put it away. And now I'm gonna set my face with the cucumber water from Wet n Wild. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with my lipstick now. I'm gonna be using Bare All from Morphe. Alright, honey, give me a sec. Take a little bit of the gloss in Atta from Colourpop. Just to give my lips some shine. Perfect. All right. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this graphic liner tutorial. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Love you. I hope you guys enjoyed this graphic liner tutorial. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Love you.